What's up guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing and comparing two of the most popular keycap sets for all of you RGB people out there. Before we get too far into today's video, if you guys haven't already, gone ahead and hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button as well. I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into keycaps. So today we are going to be comparing G.Skill Crystal Crown keycaps, and we're going to be comparing those with the HyperX pudding keycaps. Now unfortunately I couldn't get the white set of the HyperX pudding keycaps, so we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the video. But I did end up getting the white set of the crystal ones, but I do know both variations do offer black and white. But before we get into any of that, let's also talk about the price of these. So the G.Skill ones actually come in at $19.99 when the HyperX ones do come in at $24.99. So I did pick up both of them on Amazon, but the HyperX ones were again $5 more. So if we're just talking about budget, I would recommend just going with the G.Skill Crystal Crown ones just because they are $5 cheaper. I just wanted to give you guys a fair warning because the white set of both of them do sell out a little bit quicker than the black set. All links will be in the description, but if you guys do want to go check, I believe the white set of the G.Skill ones are out of stock right now on Amazon. So if you guys want to go ahead and pick any of them up and they are in stock on Amazon, I'd highly recommend picking them up while you guys still can. But let's go ahead and get into a little bit more of the material and the actual differences between the two. So the first thing you guys are going to notice, especially with the G.Skill ones, is that the sides of the Crystal Crown keycaps are actually fully translucent versus the frosted acrylic side that the HyperX pudding keycaps have. The main point of having that like frosted acrylic side on the HyperX ones is actually to diffuse that RGB just a little bit more. So I'd say personally, if you guys have a keyboard that has a lot of RGB, I'd say the HyperX ones are going to be a little bit nicer just because they do diffuse the light, and I feel like that diffused light might look a little bit better than the regular light that the G.Skill ones do provide. But I will show you guys on screen what the G.Skill ones do look like. I actually ended up putting them on my Razer Huntsman Tournament Edition because I felt like that keyboard just doesn't have like the most bright RGB, so I wanted something that would definitely show it off. So I ended up putting these on, and it did turn out way better than I thought, and I actually thought that it did look really good with the Razer Huntsman TE RGB. Now I have actually tried the HyperX pudding keycaps on the Razer Huntsman TE, and they really don't look good at all. I feel like the RGB just isn't bright enough on the Huntsman to make the keycaps look really cool. But for something like the Wamir K66, as you guys can see I have on my second setup, the Wamir K66 is fully translucent and has a lot more RGB like brightness to it. So I feel like the HyperX keycaps look much better on something like this. And I'll give you guys a close-up on screen of this keyboard and how the HyperX pudding keycaps look on it. But the light, as you guys can tell, is just much brighter than the Razer keyboard, and that gives the frosted acrylic side on these keycaps a much better look in my personal opinion. The only reason you guys can see here that I don't have the pudding keycaps along the entire board is actually because the Wamir doesn't support all of the same keycaps that the HyperX ones do. Regardless, I do think that the G.Skill ones might be the better purchase just because I do think they're a bit more unique, and I think a lot of people already have the HyperX keycaps. I know a lot of YouTubers have covered them already, so if you guys are looking for something unique and you guys are trying to save a little bit of money, I would recommend just going with these. As far as the feel and typing goes, I would prefer typing on the G.Skill ones. Again, I feel like the HyperX ones just didn't have a very good texture on the top. Like the texture almost felt a little bit rough versus the G.Skill keycaps, which do have more of like a glossy like matte finish on the top, which I do prefer. I guess at the end of the day, it is all up to personal preference, and I feel like if I did have the HyperX keycaps in white, it might be a little bit of a different story. If you guys have any questions whether one of these may fit your keyboard, or if you guys have any other questions, make sure to go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video on the channel. Peace.